It's better. Jesus. The end of my finger off then. Whee. It's more of a dangerous way of doing it. So try it around the other way. I can see myself doing myself an injury like that. Especially as this starts to gain an edge. Lent my mate my whetstone, so this is proving to be a bit harder than it should be. Is that a Japanese sharpening method you use? Yeah, ancient one, mate. Yeah, ancient. Ha 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 ha. Whee, here we go. Yeah, the Japanese are creator of the katana, a sword that's good at slicing through flesh but not armor. Unfortunately, I lent my mate my whetstones, my big whetstone kit, so it's a bit of a pickle, really. I've got to use this thing that I use to sharpen my little blade with when I carve. It's getting there. It's pretty edgy. Yes, you could call it a grind. What does mean? Eh, eh. Also, that was pretty fucking sharp as it is anyway, so. He said, Everyone's an expert on the internet, mate. Everyone's an expert behind the screen. When it comes down to the crunch. We're going to knock up a handle for this. I must be awful at sharpening stuff, because, you know, I can sharpen a knife sharp enough to carve intricate stuff like that, so must be shit. Such a small stone, though. So it's a bit of a fucking nightmare. Might just get the old sandpaper on it and do the silly sharp. I'll get it so it splits hairs, but it's actually getting there. Fun part's making the handle for it. It's actually easier to sharpen when it's got a handle. Whoa! Fall over. Down she goes. Bit of the rip, could do with a bit more. When I get my stones back, I can do something a bit better with her. It doesn't have to be mega sharp, not yet anyway. Just more trying to polish the crap off the end of this blade. Bit of wet and dry paper, a chunk of 2x4 and some glue. Get this thing shining. Got tea in my beard. Should really finish that spoon I was working on, but I've got a bee in my bonnet now. I want to make a handle for this dodgy axe head. Really old Kent pattern that I've had sitting in my drawer for ages. It's got no maker's mark on it. Not one that I can see, or maybe. But no. What do we reckon? Ash handle? No cracks in it. It's a bit burled. I hate it when people smack the back of axes with metal hammers. Look at the state of that. Well, I could get my file out, but then I don't want to ruin it. I'd rather just leave it as is. What do we reckon? Shall I go and get a piece of ash? It's got to be strong, eh? Can't be that spalted stuff I got in the shed, because that'd be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, I'm down to see it coming back to life. I've made a few axe handles in the time. I don't know whether to do something like that, like a barley twist on it at the top, make it look a bit fancier, or I don't know, could carve like a small wizard face into it, something like that, maybe. I want it for carving, really, like when I'm carving spoons, because I've got a Husqvarna, but it's got a round blade on it, like a semicircle blade on it, and it's really frustrating. I want something that I can really bite into some detail with when I'm carving. But this thing's well old. Very, very old. Which means it might actually be some semi-decent steel. I might have to go and set up in the garden, I think. Make myself a handle. Hasn't got much weight to it, but I don't need it for like splitting logs or cutting through trees. It's just going to be like when I carve a spoon out, like this one I'm making, when I'm carving the blank down. That's when I need it, so I can get the rough shape of the spoon. I want something I can do a bit more detail with. Not going to use oak. Oak's too heavy. Not shock absorbent enough. Hasn't got that. Hasn't got that shock absorbance to it. Let's get in there. I'm going to jump off, I think, and go and process me some ash.